particularly my generation, we are not willing to slave away for the man for even like 8 years so that we can achieve financial independence. We're choosing to start our entrepreneurial paths earlier and earlier. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Even for those who are willing to work for the man, they might find themselves needing to think entrepreneurially as well, right? Because so many people, instead of being W-2 employees, are becoming independent contractors and freelancers. And that has a entrepreneurial lens that needs to be thought through. And so entrepreneurship is on the rise. We need to be thinking more entrepreneurially. And I want to talk today about what that means for our financial independence. Welcome to the Fife Movement. I'm your host, Amanda Aneely, and this is the only movement that helps our generation create our unique feminine and entrepreneurial approach to financial independence. The typical entrepreneur, including myself, we choose passion and purpose over money as part of why we start our businesses. Maybe the thought of we could make a lot of money with this idea is in the back of our head, but it's really like, no, we had this passion, we had this purpose, this meaning behind it, and that's how we came across the idea in the first place. And when, a lot of times, and if you've heard my story in the first episode, you know that that can get us into a really hard place. For me, it got me onto the edge of poverty, right? Because I was so focused on purpose and making a difference in the world that I didn't think about. I needed to make sure I didn't need, social services and things like that to feed myself, right? Or pay my rent. And this is where I learned that I really needed financial integrity. Financial integrity means that I realized the true impact of my money, of how I earn my money, how I spend my money, where I'm saving and investing my money, and that I need financial intelligence, learning how to make and keep more of my money. And I needed financial interdependence. An entrepreneur without community, right, is not going to sell anything. An entrepreneur that strips the environment of all of its resources is going to run out of things to sell pretty quickly. No amount of money matters if you don't also have a community and if you don't also have that connection with nature, particularly if you're selling goods, right, and products. So really, when we're thinking about an entrepreneurial approach, I think that's where we can learn really well how to have that passion, have that purpose, but also learn how to have integrity with our money, have intelligence, right? I think starting a business is a great way to learn about money. I learned a ton about how to manage money and what to decide, when to spend, when to, how to take some money and make more money with it, all those kind of things. That happens a lot through entrepreneurship. And then also being a business owner, being in a place where you have to be connected with other people, customers, employees, other entrepreneurs, vendors, right? No business can exist on its own. You at least need customers, right? If not all those other things too. And that's really, when it comes to financial independence, the entrepreneur says that the passion and purpose come first, but we don't forget the integrity, the intelligence, and the interdependence as well. And the other I that we can use is financially intentional as well, that we can be intentional with what we're doing. And that really ties into that passion and purpose. So that's where that additional I comes from. So, as an entrepreneur, profit is essential. You have to be making money. But you also want to make a positive difference. And an entrepreneurial approach to financial independence, to FI, includes both of those things: the making money and the making a positive difference. And how can you do both well? And next week, we're going to start to dig into something that comes up quite often when people think about money. And is it good? Is it evil? What is money? How can we tell if it's valuable or not? And I've kind of opened up a whole can of worms in these first 4 episodes with thinking about how we can choose our own adventure rather than, just hope and pray something will change, how we can look at financial independence from a different perspective. And the rest of this podcast, we're going to keep digging into that, look at the various aspects of what that looks like. So this is your moment to decide. Are you in? Are you going to subscribe? Are you going to be part of this movement? Now that you know a little bit more of what it's about, have I piqued your curiosity? And if so, be sure you hit that subscribe. Be sure you listen to each episode as it comes out. And I look forward to hearing from you, seeing how we can build this movement together. I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much for joining us and connecting with the FIFE movement. As you go about your day today, remember wealth is coming your way, and your quest is to prepare for using it well. Again, subscribe so you can continue to get tips on how to prepare. And to connect with the community, visit fifemovement.com. And if this gift today of thinking entrepreneurially about financial independence has been helpful to you, please pay this gift forward by sharing this content with a friend. I am forever grateful for you and for being able to connect with you and any friends of yours in this way. To help this video be seen by more people, please hit the like button, and we invite your feedback in the comments too.